This edition of PewterPirates.com brought to you by House of Brews Tavern and Grill. More than beer, House of Brews gives you great food and always great fun. And speaking of food and fun, we'd like to thank our co-title sponsor, Sea Dog Brewing Company. Its Clearwater location and its Treasure Island Brewery by the beach boast the exclusive combo of giving its patrons a New England brewery complemented by a Gulf-inspired menu. Oh, we appreciate our title sponsors, and we appreciate you logging on to PewterPirates.com. Remember, subscribe today. It's absolutely free. Well, with the New Orleans Saints having 25 unanswered points last Sunday, the BUCS lost, which make the final three games kind of slim when it comes to playoff chances, but they are still mathematically alive. Part of our menu as we preview the BUCS versus the Baltimore Ravens up in Baltimore this Sunday. Yeah, here's our menu. The BUCS talk about how they approach the final three games. Defensive coordinator Mark Duffner talks about the one player he would nominate for the Pro Bowl on this BUCS defense. And speaking of the BUCS D, how about this rising star? We go one-on-one with defensive end Carl Nassib. It's all next. BUCS Ravens preview on PewterPirates.com. Welcome to another edition of PewterPirates.com's video preview of your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bucs getting ready for their game in Baltimore this Sunday. Now the Ravens look like playoffs are in their future. They're going toe-to-toe with the Steelers for that division title. The Bucs, though, with 3 games left, we know this. They're not going to have a winning record and likely not in the playoffs as we check out the NFC playoff picture. We know this. It looks like the Saints, the Rams, the Bears, the Cowboys, the Seahawks, they're all in. As you see the last spot, all of these teams fighting, and they're in front of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs only have a better record than 3 teams in the NFC, the Falcons, Niners, and Cards. Yet with still 3 games left on the schedule, this football team is approaching it with a positive attitude.
You know, we're going to go out there and do our best. You know, we're going to go out there and try to put a great product on the field and try to win these games, man. You know, we're all competitors in here. We're all going to go out there and try to get victories because, you know, we don't know anything else.
Just the same way we approach each and every game, to win every single one of them. You know, that's our main goal, is to win each game, and we're going to do our best to do that and, you know, try to have fun.
I'm approaching the last 3 games. I've been pushing all the other games. Just go out there and give it my all. I feel like, you know, as long as you do that and every guy in here, then you won't have no question about your ball. You know, it is what it is. You know, but you know, we all pros in this game, and this is our profession. And you know, if you want to lack out there, you know, that's when guys get hurt. You know, but you know, I'm pretty sure every guy in here knows. You know, we're not making it playoffs, but you know, still go out there and give it your all.
So what do those Buccos have to play for down the stretch? Seemingly a lot of pride, but some members of this team, especially on the defense, has played so well over the last month, will be recognized with the selection to the Pro Bowl team. And if you ask defensive coordinator Mark Duffner, he knows the player he would nominate first.
I think it's hard to not mention Jason Pierre-Paul and the kind of season that he's had for us. I mean, he made some plays in the game the other day that not just in the line and defensive line, but on the perimeter plays and chase downs and excellent pursuit plays. That I mean, this guy has really been a very, very strong contributor to our defense, and largely, I mean, he's such an effort-filled player. Busts his tail out there, plays hurt, plays tough, and as I said, has made plays both in the run and pass game. I think it'd be awful hard to overlook that guy.
Mark Duffner said you're having an all-pro type season. When you hear that from your coach, how does that make you feel, and do you agree with him?
I think it's pretty cool, you know, that he thinks highly of me, and you know, I appreciate everything he said. But I'm gonna continue being me, you know, and keep playing some ball.
The man they call JPP, when he was brought in, their expectations were high. I think maybe he exceeded those expectations. The first Buccaneer to have double-digit sacks since Simeon Rice. He has more than delivered. Well, coming up after the break, we're going to stay on defense and talk to a guy who is maybe the most underrated guy on this team. He's definitely made some waves since arriving late in training camp. We'll be right back. There are a lot of neighborhood bars, but there is only one.
House of Brew!
It's now better than ever, freshly remodeled with a new U-shaped bar. where it's clear everybody's having fun at the
House of Brews.
Armed with a full liquor and wine selection, House of Brews houses a large selection of brews. But come on, this place is more than brews. The food takes it to a whole different level. A fresh daily scratch menu serves up a wide variety of favorites, leaving customers always satisfied at the
House of Brews.
Not your average neighborhood bar. Oh, it's so much more. Our video preview of Bucks against Ravens continues, where we stay on the Buccaneer defensive line. That was the offseason story, and really, they've been the story of the turnaround for this Bucks defense the last few weeks. Now, JPP, he's played like an all-pro. Vita Vea, the first-round pick, is improving. And then you have the play of Carl Nassib. He's just getting better each and every week. You remember the first time many heard about him was back in training camp, giving financial tips as a member of the Cleveland Browns on Hard Knocks. But since then, he's really stepped it up for this Bucs defense. How about 6.5 sacks so far this season? And he still has 3 games left. Recently, I went at one-on-one with the Bucs defensive end. You came here, and I know it was a tough situation, but it seems like you've made the most of it. You got to really be happy with making the most of this opportunity.
Yeah, I owe a lot to Jason Light, to Coach Buck, and Coach Cutter. I just want to keep proving myself and doing the best I can to help my team and having fun.
This defense has been through a lot, but it seems like you've really picked it up over the past few weeks. What's been the difference for this defense?
We're just going out there every day, trying to put our offense in the best situations, and trying to keep teams out of the end zone and have fun doing it.
I know you're a part of a defensive line that's had some injuries, and you've kind of had your opportunities along the way, but I've heard some people say you may be one of the most valuable players on this team by your contributions in the second half of the year. When you hear things like that, I don't know if you've heard them, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, it's nice to hear it. I just, want to do everything I can to help my team win, absolutely.
What parts of your game finally do you think you've improved on this season?
Just being someone that, the coaches and my teammates can count on to do their job every play.
Carl Nassib has come a long way from Cleveland and Hard Knocks back in August. Well, we're going to wrap up our video preview of Bucks against the Baltimore Ravens right after this. Now, you want a drinking and dining experience like no other in Tampa Bay? Well, Sea Dog Brewing Company is the place for you. Its Treasure Island location gives its patrons a beautiful waterfront view with 6 brand new boat slips and more to come. This Sea Dog location has a great selection with local brews, all made in clear water, and the specials. You have daily happy hour Monday through Friday from 2 to 6. Mug Club Monday features $6 mules. Taco Tuesdays are always popular, but don't pass up the $9.99 Fish Fry Thursdays. And on the weekends, enjoy a Sea Dog Brewery Sunday brunch by the beach. To check out Sea Dog Brewery at Treasure Island, 9610 Gulf Boulevard, Treasure Island, Florida, 727-954-7805. We're back here in our final segment on PewterPirates.com's video preview of Bucks against Baltimore Ravens. Now, we try to give you a lot of sound from the Buccaneers, both the coaches and the players in these video updates, but for more takes on the Bucks, you got to log on to PewterPirates.com and subscribe, and then you'll get our twice-a-week podcast. We like to call them a few extra bucks. Yeah, a few extra takes on your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Myself, along with Buccaneer insider Roy Cummings, and our voice of reason, producer Justin Thomas. Not only do we have a podcast, but please subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You'll get all our podcast alerts and our video alerts as well. I'd like to thank our title sponsors, House of Brews and Sea Dog Brewing Company. I'm Mike Nabors. Until next time, thanks for logging on, PewterPirates.com.